So what's up, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel, guys. I am David. On today's episode, we are in the grow room. We have to pot up some plants today. We have to plant some seed today. We have to move a few lights and things around to make some room. And part of the echo, we are in the grow room where it's very echoey in here, so sorry about that, guys. But it's freezing outside. It's actually got snow on the ground. Today's March 13th as of this filming. And we got snow on the ground. So I can't wait for the snow to go away because we need to get some of these cool weather crops into the nursery outside to give us more room down here. Because we're going to need as much room as we can fit down here. I think we're doing 19 different varieties of plants today. We'll get into all that through this video, guys. Let's go ahead and let's get started potting up plants first, and then we're going to plant some seed. All right, guys, I want to give you we'll start with the update before I start potting up plants because everything's about to move around. So this is what our first succession of plants are looking like when we first started. These are the cauliflower over in this end. These are all broccoli in here. These are habaneros. I got 3 of them. These are cayenne peppers. This is cabbage, and this is kohlrabi. So, and we finally got some lavender popping up. You see, 1 and 2. So I'm super proud about that. First time I've ever grown lavender from a seed. And so we got 2 of those guys popping up, and this is once again from our first succession of planting. If you can look, you see how they're a little brown. The leaves are a little brownish, and these guys here are kind of curled up. And I think that's because I think the light itself was just too close. I had it much further down. I had it past this bar. It was like down to here, and so I think that it was just getting too warm for them, for the plants. And they started curling up. It was either that or they're being underwater, but I doubt that because I bottom water. I pull this little thing here to the side. I put a little, I have my watering bucket, and I fill this thing, not fill it up, but I put a bunch of water into that. I let them soak it up for about 20 minutes. And then if you look right here, I just simply take the tray out and put it into this one and dump the water. So that way they can, they can soak up as much water as they want, and then they can drain back out accordingly. So I don't think they're underwatered. I think that the light was just too close. So I'm hoping that's going to be okay. We'll see what happens. If anybody has any suggestions as to what you're seeing here, and you may think it might be something different, let me know in the comments. But this is what everybody's looking like. So I did obviously move the light up further, but we're going to be potting these guys up today anyway. And this is going to be our second succession of broccoli, lettuce, cauliflower, onion, spinach, iceberg, and cilantro. Now, all the broccoli comes up no problem. Every single time it's been up pretty good. The lettuce, we only have 2 plants of lettuce here that popped up. This is the cauliflower. So far, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So far, we have 5 of these guys up. We'll probably get more of those. Still no onion. This is my second succession of onion planting, and I got no onion still. Spinach. This is my second succession of spinach. No spinach still, which this is weird to me. I have some spinach right now in the refrigerator in a wet paper towel in a sandwich bag to see, because somebody suggested to do that via some research. And iceberg, no iceberg. I think the iceberg seeds were duds though. I think they're just too old. So not a big deal there. And then cilantro takes forever to pop up. So I think that's just it just hasn't popped up yet issue for the cilantro. We'll see what happens. I'm going to end up planting a ton more of this anyway because I want as much cilantro as I can get my hands on. And this is also from the very first succession of plantings that we have already potted up. This is some, if you saw in the previous video, I showed you guys before, a little bit of lettuce. This is some lettuce right there, some Thai chilies, some Romanescas, some poblanos, and a little bit of arugula you see here. And I had the same issue here. You see the leaves are curling up, and these guys are definitely not underwatered by any stretch of the imagination. The soil's pretty damp. I was hoping I didn't get root rot, to be honest. So I ended up just lifting this light up. Now the LED lights are new to me. I've never grown with LED lights before, so I'm making a learning curve. And it's the reason why we're quadrupling down on pretty much everything. We're succession planting everything just in case I screw it up. We're still going to get some kind of a harvest. So this is what everything's looking like. And let's go ahead and start potting some stuff up, guys. All right, guys, the grow room is a little tight. I just want to show you guys the setup. So I got my plants that were down there at the very bottom, the very first succession of plantings there. I put them up here just so I can, simply just grab them. And then right here, boom, is going to be my pots, my soil. We're going to scoop some in, pinch one out of there, put it into the soil, and we're going to put it right back down there on that shelf for now. I think I'm going to end up having to move one of these lights down to this section and putting them down there because we're going to run out of room. So, but hopefully when the snow goes away a little bit, we're going to start hardening everything off that's cold weather and putting it out in the nursery. So let's go. All right, guys, so we're all good to go here. Potted up all of the first succession of everything. Everything is looking good. I took the time and I took one light from up here and I put that one light down there so I can use this bottom row. I'm really hoping not to have to buy any more grow lights at this time. We will if need be, but I really hope not, considering that we are going to be putting a lot of the stuff, pretty much that entire down there is going to be going out to the nursery. That whole thing is going to be pretty much going to the nursery. Everything but the hot pepper plants that are in here. So all the kohlrabi, all of the cabbage, all of the, everything. Romanescas, cauliflower, broccoli, arugula, lettuce, all of that stuff is going into out into the nursery because they're all frost tolerant. Or cold weather crops rather, or however you want to say it. So we're really hoping that, we're looking good. I'm going to leave this succession. This is the second succession. The broccoli can get redone. I'm going to leave that for right now. I may do that a little bit later, but right now I want to go ahead and jump into getting some seeds planted. So we're going to fill up another 72 and we're going to go ahead and start planting. So let's jump into that and I'll discuss with you the plants that we're growing. All right, we're going to talk to you guys about the plants that are going to be growing. So we're going to start off, these are peas from my friend Joseph. What up, Joseph? Cilantro, we're going to be growing cilantro again. We didn't get any to pop up yet, but cilantro takes forever to come up, and I'm going to plant a ton of it because I want as much as I can get my hands on. Like I've already said, Roma tomatoes, we're going to be doing a bunch of those. For sure, we want as much pasta sauce as we possibly can this year. Beefsteak tomatoes, our collards, we're going to start our collards. These are beefsteak tomatoes. These are some paprika seeds that I got from my friend Joe. What up, Joseph? Once again, Tabasco also that I got from Joseph. These are sweet peppers, and this is a blend of some sweet peppers. These are cherry tomatoes that we're going to be growing. Pretty excited about those. Peppercini peppers, which I got from M.I. Gardner. Not a sponsor link, but go check out M.I. Gardner. I will happily sponsor him. Sweet banana peppers. Large red cherry peppers. I want to make pepper shooters. Black Beauty zucchinis. Zucchini. We're going to be doing lettuce. Lettuce is pretty much going, anytime I'm doing any kind of planting, lettuce is going to be involved. Every 2 weeks, we're succession planting lettuce. Even after it gets too hot outside, the basement regulates and stays around 65 to 70 degrees in here in this room. That we should be able to grow this pretty much all year is what we're really banking on. Spinach, I have in the fridge. I think we spoke of this earlier. I got some in the. I think we might have spoken earlier. In case we didn't, whatever. I have some in the fridge. They're in a wet paper towel in a sandwich bag in the fridge to try to get these to germinate. I've done 2 succession plantings of these and haven't gotten 1 spinach plant. So also spinach is another one that I can grow in this room because it doesn't get but so hot or so cold in the basement. So it's pretty nice. Lavender, I just picked up from In My Garden. I'm hoping these seeds will germinate a little bit better for me. And I only got 2 out of my old lavender pack. These are nice and shiny, brand new. We're going to try them again. Although they are a long time to harvest, I'm still going to go ahead and give them a shot. Jalapenos. So we got some mixed batch of jalapenos here. We're going to try those. Can you see them? There we go. Jalapenos. Sweet marjoram. I don't know how to say that, if I'm saying that right or not, but we're doing this for our Italian seasoning. So that's got to get started. Bell peppers. Oh, man. I never have good luck with bell peppers ever, but I'm going to try to grow some bell peppers. And also, I'm going to reach out to my boy Joe. He has I think a California blend or some kind of variety of bell pepper that grew way better in his garden last year, and I'm gonna go and get some seed from him because I think he has a bunch. I hope he has a bunch. And then, last but not least, we're gonna start our tomatillos Hello Verde sauce. I can't wait for this one. We love verde sauce here, and we're gonna can a bunch of it hopefully this year. So that is gonna be what we are starting today. Oh, I'm missing celery. Celery's upstairs. We're gonna start with celery seed. I am a little bit late in the celery start, but we are gonna be starting celery seed. So let's get started. All right, guys, so fast forward a little bit here. We have our first 72 slot done. I want to chit chat with you guys really fast about soil blocks versus these guys here. Now, these you have to pinch at the bottom or use a little knife and kind of slide them out, if you will. And that's a little bit tedious per se. And making the soil blocks are also a little bit tedious per se. So you just have to decide which end of the spectrum you want to be on. Like if you don't feel like making the soil blocks, then you have to deal with pinching these guys out, period. And if you don't mind making a soil block, then make the soil blocks, and when they're ready to go, you simply grab a soil block, you put it into your pot, your wherever your pot ended up to, you add your soil, you drop a thing in, add more soil. My preference is to make the soil blocks first. Now, I did not want to go to Home Depot and spend a few bucks on a bag of soil, for, I don't know, a couple pound bag, a big bag of soil or a small bag of soil, only because it's just a waste of money for me personally, and we're just not in the position where we want to be wasting money. Now, I can go and get an entire yard plus of soil. They say it's a yard, but it's a little more than a yard when they scoop it and they drop it into my trailer. It's more than a yard, but they do it that way purposely. That way you don't complain you didn't get your yard. So that being said, I can get a full yard of good manure-based planting soil where they mix sand and a number of different things in the actual compost itself to make it a planting mixture. I get that for like $40, maybe 50. We'll say $40 to $50. We'll say I get a full yard of that, which almost like more than. I have a 4x8 Harbor Freight trailer. It probably fills that up about halfway. So it's a lot of soil. So now if I go spend $10 for a bag of soil and I get a couple of them, well, it's not going to get me near as close. But I also had to wait for that to be done and be ready for me to go and grab via the frost, via it being mixed, name your excuse, and I had to wait for it to get done. But now that it's here, we're going to be doing soil blocks because I did run out and I did pick up myself a 1 yard of compost soil mixture just the other day. So we're using these because we have them and they're still here and they're still available, but we have so many plants, so many more vegetables to go, so many more flowers to go that we're going to start switching over to soil blocks now also. And then once we get into the nursery, we're definitely going to be more doing soil blocks than these guys because I prefer to put the work in at the soil block level than to pull these out of here and not damage the roots too bad. Granted, either way, it does work. Let's be clear about that. It does work either way, but my preference is to make the soil blocks and just be able to have those ready and available to me than it is to worry about this later and pick them out with a knife and and all that kind of thing. So, guys, I'm gonna end the video here. Thanks for hanging out with me. I couldn't be more excited about the grow room. I hope you guys are enjoying it. Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, all of those fun things, guys. Don't forget to do it for me. I do appreciate it. We are trying to build the numbers here up on the YouTube platform. And once again, sorry about the echo. We are in this little room and there's a ton of echo here, guys. But what a great time. So as always, 2 things. Don't forget to take the time to enjoy what you do. And don't forget, work does not do itself. So don't be afraid to get out there and get after it.